What's shaking, Internet? This is Salt, bringing you the second in a series of League of Legends commentaries. Hopefully, this will be slightly more technical than the first one. I think I'm going to go into it just a little bit more detail, since the first one kind of covered the basics of the game. And so in this second replay, I will be hopefully getting into it just a little bit more about the technical, maybe a little bit about the build and stuff like that. Let's see. So starting off with the loading screen, I've already told you that League of Legends is a hero-based, team-based game. I'm again on the blue team, and I'll be going up against the purple team on the bottom here. Let's talk about team comp real quick. I'm playing as a tank, and we have Ashe as a DPS to my left, and Irelia as a DPS to her left, and then Kassadin as a DPS to the right, and Master Yi as a DPS to his right. So I'm a tank, and they're all DPS. Yet again, this is a solo queue, so none of these people are my friends. In fact, I don't have friends, so kind of makes the solo queue perfect for me. On the enemy team, they have Galio, which is probably going a tank. I can't remember, but I'll try and cover it during the game. Soraka, which is a support, and 3 DPS here. We have Teemo, and Tristana, and Ryze. They're all DPS champions. He's Ryze's magic, Tristana's attack, and Teemo can go either way. Ashe's physical damage, Irelia's physical damage, and Kassadin is magical damage, and Yi can go either way. So, let's get started here. I'm playing as Cho'Gath, the Terror of the Void, I believe is what his title is. I will be playing him as a tank, because, what can I say, I love tanks, especially at low level. When you're low level, and you don't have runes and all that other stuff, you want to probably play higher health champions. That way it's not so bad. Let's see. So, getting right here into the match. I am going top lane with Kassadin. Ashe is going mid, and Irelia is going bottom. I actually think I comment here that Yi is AFK, so I'm like, oh crap, this is going to be a bad game. But he does show up. So, hopefully, from what I remember of this match, it is slightly better than the first one, as in less one-sided, per se. But, also what I remember of this, I don't think I do super well here. But we'll see. So let's see, I start with a cloth armor and 2 health potions. That is to build into the Heart of Gold, which I love for any tank. Almost any tank, starting with the Heart of Gold, gives you just that little bit of bonus armor, and really, more importantly, the money. Like she does. The Heart of Gold is just so nice because it gives you money, and as a tank, you're always looking for money. Let's see. Let's try and cover this. Let's see. Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's passive is Carnivore. He eats. Whenever he kills a unit or a champion, he gets 34 health and 7 mana, and that grows. So, like, basically, when you kill a champ, you get health and mana. Hooray! Then his first skill is Rupture. Rupture is a little AOE that you can shoot out and knock people up in the air and slow them. It's kind of a nice stun/slow. Feral Scream is a nice silence that does a cone in front of him. You'll see all these abilities while I'm playing. Vorpal Spikes is what I start with, though. Vorpal Spikes is this passive, basically. You turn it on and you can shoot out Vorpal Spikes, and you do AoE damage to all these minions. As you can see here, I'm using it against all the minions here. And it's really nice as a tank because it kind of help you last hit stuff, so you can get that extra gold. Oh, wouldn't you know it? I thought Yi wasn't going to show up, but there Tristana left the game. So now it's kind of 4v5 in our favor, so that's nice. So, oh, and his ultimate is Feast. Basically, Feast will eat an enemy. If it's a minion, it will do 1,000 damage to it, and if it kills it, then you get a Feast stack. Feast stack gives you a bonus to your health, and what can I say? Cho'Gath, and it also makes you really big later on in the game, which hopefully you'll see. I can't remember. So, getting right into it. So I start with Vorpal Spikes, 1 level of Vorpal Spikes, then I go straight to Rupture. Rupture is really nice because you can stun/slow enemies, and it's really nice for harassing. But I gotta be honest, this lane I'm in is not a very good harassing lane. As I said, Galio here is playing a tank. Actually, he might be going AP, but either way, he's a very tanky champion. He has lots of health, and he takes a lot of damage. And, ooh, their Teemo got first blood, so that's not good. So, but I'm playing against Galio the tank, and Soraka the healer, and, ugh, that's so annoying. It's like, you know, I can, and right here, watch, I remember once I got Rupture, I started using it quite frequently, and it's like, you don't want to waste Rupture if they're just going to heal it up. And see right there, it's like, don't waste Rupture on hitting enemy champions if you can't, if it's wasted damage. And Soraka will heal that up all the time, just, you know, all day long. So that's going to be of no use to us whatsoever. So what I really need to do is stop using Rupture to harass, and you need to, like, right there, that was a total waste. I guess I hit a couple minions and damaged them a little bit, but what you want to do is use harass, or you want to use Rupture to last hit, because it's much more important. So either way, we're going on up here, and I think I'm going to try and switch around a little bit. Down here in the bottom, they're pushing Rise pretty hard, but remember, Rise is all alone, so Tristana has not shown up to the game yet, so Rise should be out leveling them pretty soon. So it's kind of like he has a solo lane, and Teemo has a solo lane. Teemo and Ashe are doing okay. Let's see, what items do they start with? Doran's Blade and Boots of Speed for our Ashe. She's doing okay. Boots of Speed for Teemo, and remember, he did get first blood, so he hasn't gone back yet. Whereas, okay, so Cassidy start with Doran's Ring. That's always good for a caster. Any Doran's items, they don't build into anything, but they really are pretty nice items. Right here, I should Rupture all this to get some last hits. But I'm not going to, because I don't even have mana. Never mind. So, as a tank, I build up Vorpal Spikes as fast as I can, and then I build up Rupture secondary. I completely ignore Feral Scream, which it might be to my detriment. The Feral Scream is really nice for silence. Like, if I could silence Soraka for, what is it, 2 seconds per level. So it's like, if I could silence her for 2 seconds, and it does a little bit of damage, but it's like, what you want to do is you want to silence people who do a lot of bursty damage. Like, Rise is perfect to Feral Scream because he does all his abilities at once, and he just pours them on you. But since I'm not going against Rise, I don't even bother with Feral Scream. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but you know, in a perfect world, you don't want to get Feral Scream at first as a tank, because it's just pitiful damage, and the silence just is not going to save you. Whereas Vorpal Spikes just will give you so much more last hits. So I'm trying to push here. Last hitting is very important as Cho'Gath because you want to get that Carnivore passive. You want to gain your health and mana back, and you know, that kind of stuff. So it's still a 4v5, but their Rise is he's now level 6. He has his ultimate, but he's kind of low health, so they could get him if they wanted to. Master Yi, and I love Fluffy Bunnies. That's a great name. So Ashe is trying to get something here, but I don't know if it's gonna work. And yet again, I hate Soraka. Oh, I hate playing against a Soraka so bad. Just because they heal, like Soraka can do regenerate healing, regenerate health, regenerate mana. You know, her wish, her ultimate is healing everybody anywhere on the map. So it's like, oh my gosh. See, that was a decent use of a Rupture because I actually damaged all the minions. But you know what you want to do is last hit with the Rupture. So I don't know if it was perfect. So I have Rupture level 2, Vorpal Spikes level 3. I'm going to keep leveling up Vorpal Spikes. As a tank, that's going to be my biggest asset. Having Rupture to stop them, but Rupture's not going to be a damage dealing ability. So I guess Teemo went back here. No, he didn't. He's right there. He's probably dropping mushrooms. What a jerk. Oh, miss. Whiff. Whiff on that Ashe arrow. If she'd hit him, she probably would have killed him. Or gotten very close. So Rise is still being a baller down here. He's level 7, and these guys are, just now hitting level 6. So he's out-leveling them. Our Teemo is out-leveling. And, ooh, wouldn't you know it? There comes Tristana. So Tristana's up, and she's going to try and... See, yet again. Well, I guess I damaged them. I should have last hit them. You got to be real careful as Cho'Gath, because like you want to get those last hits. So, because even if you if you use Rupture and I killed all these minions, I would get health and mana for killing them. So I'm going back. I'm gonna teleport back up. I'm telling Cass to be careful. Like these guys are at full health, and they have probably not gone back at all. Yeah, look at them. Neither of them have bought a single item. Galio used a couple potions, but I mean that's it. It's like, oh, it's so annoying. I finally got Feast. Chomp. As you saw, I chomped there, and I have a... man. Teemo got, I love fluffy bunnies, but I love fluffy bunnies. How can you kill I love fluffy bunnies? So, I got a Feast stack here, and, I think it grows exponentially. It starts with just 90 health and goes bigger and bigger and bigger. And basically, you just... As Cho'Gath, once you get that Feast up, you want to use it every single time it's available. It's very important that you use the Feast as soon as you can, and you, he got taunted. Ouch. He's dead. Hey. Man, I'm a jerk. Wow, that was dumb. LOL. Like, that's just a jerk thing to say. So Teemo, he's... Uh-oh. Run, Ash, run! So see, these hit points are probably not update date, and what am I doing? I need to run away. So I have Feast up. I really need a Feast, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna Feast a champion. Feast is really nice as a nuke. See, like, watch this. Ah, did you see that? A huge chunk of health went down there, but Soraka healed him up. Totally wasted. So Feast you can use on minions to do 1,000 damage, and if you get them, you get, boom, you get a heal. Or you get a whole bunch of extra health. But if you don't actually finish them off, then, like, I don't know. What you want to do is you want to get 6 stacks of Feast, because that is the max stacks you can get. If you can get 6 stacks of Feast, ooh, a little bit of lag. Alright, so if you can get 6 stacks of Feast, and then you kill, like, once you get 6 stacks of Feast, you can't use Feast to gain any more health. So then, that's when you start nuking the enemies with it. Depends on your tier. If you're kind of low level, what you want to do is use Feast to mark an enemy. So you hit them with Feast, and they lose a lot of health, and then everybody focuses them because they are low on health. But you can also use Feast to last hit people, but you really don't need to, because you've already got your. So I mean, I'm saying they're all going AP, which I believe they are. Tristana is, I don't know. I don't really know. Look at that. I'm not gonna bother looking at their items. Wow, it's kind of jumping around. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of lag here. So I want to kill them. And we're kind of pushing here. So I went ahead and got my Heart of Gold and Boots of Swiftness. This is almost the exact same build I did with my Blitzcrank video, but it kind of works. It works with tanks, you want Boots of Swiftness unless they have some high CC. Like if they can stop you and stun you and do all kinds of crazy stuff. What you want to do is you want to be able to avoid that as much as possible, or reduce it as much as possible. And that's what Mercury Treads are for. But, I mean, these guys are not stun heavy. Rise can stun me, but that's, as far as I know, that's about it.